In a grand mansion surrounded by endless gardens and the soft hum of luxury, a wealthy sheikh lived a life many could only dream of. He was a man known for his careful mind, sharp instincts, and a curious way of observing the world around him. Despite the comfort and power he enjoyed, he was not one to take things at face value. He believed that the true character of people was revealed only in moments of challenge. His household was filled with staff who attended to every need, yet he often wondered how many truly cared about others beyond their duties. Among the many workers in his household, one young woman stood quietly apart. She was the daughter of the maid, someone who had grown up learning the values of hard work and kindness. She moved through the house with an air of quiet confidence, never demanding attention, yet always seeming to notice what others missed. She had grown up with responsibility, helping her mother in every corner of the mansion, and her heart was gentle, always ready to help anyone in need. The sheikh, intrigued by human behavior, decided that he wanted to test the loyalty and empathy of his staff. He had watched them for years, but he suspected that some might only serve for money, while others could be genuinely compassionate. To uncover the truth, he came up with a plan that required subtlety and observation. He would pretend to be ill, creating a situation where the staff's true nature would reveal itself. The morning he chose for his test, he feigned weakness and discomfort. His steps were slower, his voice softer, and he made sure to appear in need of care. From his observation post, he could see how the staff moved through their routines, unaware that they were being watched not just for efficiency, but for honesty and heart. At first, reactions were varied. Some staff members whispered behind closed doors, expressing frustration at the added work. Others gave polite gestures of concern, yet their actions lacked sincerity. They went through motions, fulfilling their tasks mechanically, without truly noticing the sheikh's condition. It was the young maid's daughter who drew his attention immediately. Unlike the others, she approached without hesitation, her eyes full of concern and empathy. She spoke gently, asking if he needed water or blankets, and moved with a natural ease that made even small actions seem thoughtful and deliberate. Her presence was calm, but there was an energy in the way she cared. She anticipated needs before they were spoken, adjusting pillows, ensuring the room was comfortable, and quietly observing to make sure nothing was overlooked. It was not just obedience to duty. It was the genuine care of someone who understood the value of compassion. The sheikh watched closely, fascinated. Here was someone who did not act out of fear or for reward, but simply because it was the right thing to do. As the day continued, small incidents began to test the staff further. A glass tipped over, water spilling on the floor. Some of the staff hesitated, unsure how to react, or simply ignored it, leaving the young woman to handle it efficiently and calmly. She cleaned up, ensured the sheikh was comfortable, and returned to her duties without complaint. It was in these small acts that her strength became visible. Not the kind that demanded attention, but the kind that quietly transformed situations and made life easier for those around her. The sheikh felt a mixture of surprise and admiration. In a house filled with wealth and privilege, where many measured their worth by titles or money, he found someone whose value came from the heart. He realized that her actions were not just about helping him. They reflected a deeper character, one built on respect, responsibility, and an innate understanding of others. Throughout the day, he continued his observations. He noticed how she interacted with the other staff, her gentle corrections, her encouragement when someone faltered, and her patience when dealing with minor mistakes. There was no arrogance in her approach, no desire to dominate. She simply cared for everyone as if their comfort mattered as much as her own. The sheikh understood then that true strength often remained hidden until circumstances demanded it, and sometimes it was the quiet, unassuming individuals who possessed it in abundance. By evening, the household had experienced small waves of challenge and stress, yet it was the young maid's daughter who had consistently risen to meet every situation with grace. She had not sought praise, nor had she expected acknowledgement. Her motivation was simple: to do right, to help, and to care. The sheikh felt a growing respect for her, realizing that her qualities were rare, perhaps even unique in his experience. The day concluded with the sheikh reflecting on what he had witnessed. He had set out to test his staff, to discover who truly had compassion and integrity, and in the process he had uncovered something remarkable. In the quiet strength of one young woman, he saw a reflection of values that mattered more than wealth, more than status, and more than the outward appearances that often misled people in his world. As night fell over the mansion, the sheikh retired to his chambers, but his mind remained with the young woman who had so effortlessly demonstrated courage, empathy, and diligence. He realized that this test, though created by him, had revealed not just the character of his staff, but also the hidden strength that resided in those who were often overlooked. The maid's daughter, through her actions, had reminded him that true value is measured not by what someone owns, but by how they treat others in moments that demand kindness, patience, and unwavering integrity. The morning light filtered through the grand windows of the mansion, casting soft golden hues across the marble floors. The sheikh continued his active illness, taking deliberate steps that showed weakness, and speaking in a voice that carried just enough strain to seem real. From his seat, he observed closely, noting the reactions of every staff member. Some paused, uncertain, while others exchanged quiet remarks that suggested impatience or annoyance. Yet, the young maid's daughter moved with purpose, her face calm but alert, her eyes attentive to every detail. She approached him gently, offering a warm smile that carried genuine concern. She asked if he needed water or if he would like a blanket adjusted, making sure her gestures were both comforting and natural. The sheikh noticed how she anticipated his needs before he even mentioned them, a small but telling sign of her intuition and thoughtfulness. He was intrigued, recognizing that her care went far beyond the simple instructions given by others in the household. As the day progressed, the sheikh decided to create small challenges to see how the staff would respond. A tray of breakfast was accidentally tipped over, spilling juice and bread crumbs across the polished floor. Some staff hesitated, unsure how to act, or simply looked to each other for guidance. The young maid's daughter, however, moved swiftly, cleaning up the mess without complaint. She ensured the sheikh was comfortable and returned the room to order with efficiency and a quiet smile. Her actions were precise yet compassionate, demonstrating a balance of skill and empathy. Later, he asked for a simple cup of tea, carefully observing who would assist him. While a few brought the tea begrudgingly, some spilling it or forgetting simple requests, she brought it with grace, placing it gently and checking the temperature to ensure it was just right. It was in these small, seemingly ordinary actions that the sheikh saw a reflection of extraordinary character. She worked quietly, with no expectation of reward or praise, focusing solely on what was needed at that moment. Throughout the morning, minor incidents tested her further. A vase teetered on the edge of a table, threatening to fall. Staff nearby seemed hesitant to intervene, concerned perhaps with avoiding blame. The young maid's daughter, noticing immediately, steadied the vase with care, preventing a potential accident. Her eyes were sharp, yet her movements gentle, revealing a presence that was both attentive and thoughtful. The sheikh noted every detail, understanding that true ability and character often revealed themselves in these unassuming moments. Her dedication did not go unnoticed by the other staff either. Some began to follow her example, though half-heartedly, while others remained indifferent. The sheikh quietly observed, seeing how leadership and genuine care often stemmed not from authority, but from example. The young maid's daughter, without realizing it, was teaching those around her lessons in responsibility, patience, and empathy. As the day turned to afternoon, he introduced a slightly more complex scenario. He feigned increased discomfort, requesting assistance with daily routines that required both attentiveness and compassion. The maid's daughter responded immediately, adjusting his seating, bringing small comforts, and even anticipating moments where he might struggle. She balanced efficiency with empathy, showing a calm composure under what might have been considered a stressful situation. Her actions were deliberate, yet natural, as though kindness and attentiveness were second nature to her. Meanwhile, other staff members struggled. Some became flustered, unsure how to prioritize tasks, while others were distracted, performing duties mechanically without noticing the human need behind the request. The contrast was stark, emphasizing the unique qualities of the young maid's daughter. Her presence transformed the environment. Where there might have been tension or chaos, she brought calm, care, and a quiet assurance that everything would be managed with thoughtfulness. At one point, a minor accident occurred. A small dish was knocked to the floor, cracking upon impact. Staff nearby hesitated, debating whether to clean it immediately or wait. She moved decisively, cleaning the area and ensuring the Sheikh's comfort, all while maintaining a composed and cheerful demeanor. She never complained, and her actions were guided by empathy rather than duty alone. It was in these small, deliberate responses that her strength became evident, strength not measured in force or words, but in patience, intelligence, and compassion. The Sheikh observed her from a distance, his curiosity turning into admiration. He realized that her abilities were not just about completing tasks efficiently. They were about understanding the needs of others and acting with both thoughtfulness and initiative. She did not wait for orders, nor did she seek recognition. Her motivation stemmed from a natural sense of responsibility and care. He reflected on how rare such qualities were, especially in a household filled with privilege and wealth, where many measured themselves by appearances rather than actions. Throughout the day, the young maid's daughter demonstrated an exceptional ability to handle multiple responsibilities simultaneously. She anticipated potential problems, managed small emergencies with grace, and offered comfort when it was needed most. Her strength lay not in grand gestures, but in her consistent, thoughtful actions. Each movement and decision reflected her character: compassionate, intelligent, and reliable. By evening, the Sheikh felt a sense of awe and respect. He had created this test to observe loyalty and empathy, yet he discovered something far deeper. The young maid's daughter possessed a rare quality, a hidden strength that shone quietly, revealing itself not through words or ambition, but through consistent, selfless care for others. Her example transformed the household, setting a standard for compassion and attentiveness that the Sheikh had long hoped to find. As night fell over the mansion, the Sheikh retired to his private quarters, reflecting on the day's events. He realized that true character is often revealed in subtle, everyday actions, and that those who act with integrity and empathy leave a lasting impression. The young maid's daughter had demonstrated a remarkable balance of heart and mind, showing that strength is not always loud or visible. It is often quiet, patient, and profoundly human. In that moment, the Sheikh understood the lesson that would guide his interactions going forward. He had witnessed the hidden power of kindness, intelligence, and reliability in someone who could have easily been overlooked. The young maid's daughter had not only passed his test, but had also revealed the deeper truth about the value of compassion and the extraordinary strength that lies within ordinary people. He knew that this day would remain etched in his memory, a reminder that true excellence often hides in plain sight, waiting for the right moment to shine. The morning air in the mansion carried a sense of quiet expectation. The Sheikh continued his pretense of illness, moving slowly and speaking softly, creating small opportunities for his staff to demonstrate care and attentiveness. Among them, the young maid's daughter remained a constant presence, her eyes scanning every corner of the room, ready to respond to any need before it was even spoken. She noticed immediately when the breakfast tray was slightly askew on the table. While some staff passed by, reluctant or distracted, she adjusted the tray, ensuring that every plate and cup was stable. She moved with an ease that reflected both experience and empathy. The Sheikh watched intently, impressed by how naturally she responded, never needing instruction or prompting. Every small act was thoughtful, and each movement carried a sense of purpose. As the morning continued, he introduced subtle challenges to observe her problem-solving skills. A small stack of documents was accidentally knocked over, spilling onto the floor. Some staff hesitated, unsure how to react or fearing reprimand for stepping out of line. She, however, quickly picked them up, arranging them carefully and placing them where they belonged. Her calm demeanor and efficiency stood in contrast to the nervous glances of others. It was clear that she could handle unexpected situations without panic, relying on her intuition and steady hands. The Sheikh then created another situation to test her compassion and attentiveness. He complained faintly of a headache and asked for a warm compress. While some staff delivered it half-heartedly, or forgot entirely, she prepared it with care, adjusting the temperature and ensuring comfort. She placed it gently, checking for his reaction and adjusting as needed. Her attention to detail was remarkable, revealing a level of thoughtfulness that surpassed routine duties. It was as though she was able to read his unspoken needs, responding with empathy that could not be taught. Throughout the day, the young maid's daughter handled multiple tasks simultaneously, balancing household chores with attentive care for the sheik. She anticipated problems before they arose, moved quickly to prevent accidents, and offered gentle words of reassurance when stress arose among the staff. Her presence created an atmosphere of calm and order, transforming what could have been a chaotic morning into one of smooth operations. The sheik observed closely, noting how her kindness and competence influenced the behavior of others, inspiring some to improve while quietly exposing the indifference of others. A minor accident occurred when a glass of water tipped over, spilling onto the floor. The other staff hesitated, unsure whether to act immediately, while she swiftly cleaned it, ensuring both safety and cleanliness. She checked on the sheik, making sure he was comfortable, and then returned to her other duties without seeking acknowledgement. It was in moments like this that her hidden strength became most apparent, not in dramatic gestures, but in quiet, deliberate actions that reflected integrity and awareness. As the afternoon progressed, he increased the complexity of the tests. He requested assistance with multiple tasks at once, creating a scenario that required both organization and empathy. She responded without hesitation, prioritizing the tasks with clarity and handling each with a careful balance of efficiency and care. While some staff struggled to follow simple instructions, she remained composed, showing resilience and adaptability. Her calm in the face of growing demands revealed a natural ability to manage pressure with grace. The sheik then observed how she interacted with her peers. Some staff began to notice her example, quietly learning from her approach, while others remained indifferent. She offered guidance with patience, never criticizing, and provided encouragement when mistakes occurred. Her leadership was subtle, not born from authority, but from example. It was a strength that inspired without demanding attention, a rare combination of humility and competence. During a particularly delicate moment, he pretended to lose his balance slightly while moving from one room to another. Several staff members froze, unsure how to react, but she moved immediately, steadying him and offering support. Her quick thinking prevented a potential accident, demonstrating both courage and attentiveness. It was not simply physical support she provided, but emotional reassurance, her presence calming both the sheik and those around her. The sheik noted how she seemed to handle tension naturally, her actions instinctive yet precise. As the day wore on, minor tests continued. Small spills, misplaced items, and requests for assistance that required both patience and resourcefulness. The young maid's daughter navigated each with care, never showing frustration or impatience. Her diligence was consistent, not only toward the sheik but toward the entire household. She observed, assisted, and managed in ways that highlighted both her intelligence and her heart. She became the anchor of the house, grounding the staff with her example of quiet competence. By evening, the sheik reflected on all he had witnessed. The young maid's daughter had not only performed tasks with precision but had demonstrated empathy, leadership, and the ability to handle unexpected situations gracefully. Her character shone through her actions, revealing a hidden strength that was rare and remarkable. She had shown that true value lies not in authority, wealth, or position, but in consistent, compassionate, and thoughtful behavior. Her actions also created a ripple effect. Staff who initially acted out of reluctance or disinterest began to adjust, inspired by her example, while those indifferent remained exposed. The sheik realized that leadership and genuine care often come from those who do not seek recognition, those who quietly commit themselves to doing the right thing. In this young woman, he saw a combination of humility and strength that was both rare and extraordinary. As night fell and the mansion settled into quiet, the sheik pondered the lessons of the day. The maid's daughter had passed every subtle test, revealing qualities that could not be faked or taught. She had managed tasks, cared for others, and demonstrated emotional intelligence, all while remaining humble and unassuming. Her strength was not loud or demanding. It was quiet, consistent, and profoundly human. The Sheikh knew that the day had shown him more than the loyalty of his staff. It had revealed a truth about character, kindness, and the hidden strength that resides in those who act out of genuine care. The young maid's daughter had proven that even in a world of wealth and privilege, it is empathy, thoughtfulness, and courage that define true excellence. The hidden strength she displayed would remain etched in his mind, a reminder that the most remarkable qualities often lie within those who seem ordinary, yet carry extraordinary hearts. The mansion had settled into its usual rhythm by mid-morning, though the Sheikh's active illness had added an unusual tension in the air. Staff moved through the halls with quiet efficiency, some more attentive than others, yet all unknowingly part of the Sheikh's subtle observation. The young maid's daughter continued her careful watch, moving gracefully between tasks, always ready to assist, her mind alert to the slightest change in her surroundings. It was during a seemingly ordinary moment that the unexpected occurred. The Sheikh, seeking to test her further, pretended to stumble slightly while reaching for a book in the library. Most staff froze, unsure how to act, but she moved instantly. With quick reflexes and calm composure, she steadied him before he could lose balance. Her hands were steady, her voice gentle yet reassuring, and her actions displayed a confidence that could only come from a mixture of intuition and experience. It was a moment that revealed not just attentiveness, but courage and quick thinking. The Sheikh observed her closely, noting the way she naturally managed the situation without drawing attention to herself. Other staff members looked on, some embarrassed by their hesitation, others in quiet admiration, though they said nothing. The young maid's daughter's actions spoke louder than words. She did not need recognition because her motivation was rooted in genuine care and responsibility. Soon after, another challenge presented itself. A small kitchen fire ignited unexpectedly when oil from a pan caught the flame. Panic spread among some staff, but she reacted with immediate clarity. She guided others away from the danger, retrieved a fire extinguisher, and controlled the situation with precision. While others flustered, she remained calm, delegating tasks as needed and ensuring the safety of everyone present. Her decisive action prevented what could have been a serious accident, highlighting a rare combination of bravery and composure. The Sheikh, watching from a distance, felt a sense of awe. He had created these moments to test loyalty and compassion, but the young maid's daughter had exceeded every expectation. Her intelligence, foresight, and courage emerged naturally, unprompted, demonstrating a hidden strength that few could possess. He realized that true character is revealed not in comfort or ease, but in unexpected moments that demand action and presence of mind. Throughout the day, small incidents continued to unfold. A child of the household tripped while running through the hall. Some staff rushed with alarm, yet she arrived first, ensuring the child was unharmed and soothing their frightened tears. Her calm voice and careful handling prevented panic from spreading, turning a potential crisis into a moment of reassurance. She managed each situation with patience, never showing annoyance or seeking credit. The Sheikh observed, recognizing the rare quality of selflessness and emotional intelligence she consistently displayed. Even when faced with simultaneous tasks, she maintained composure. She balanced household duties, attended to minor emergencies, and ensured the Sheikh's comfort without faltering. She anticipated needs, adjusted routines, and acted decisively, showing that true capability is not just about completing work, but about managing challenges with wisdom and empathy. Each action reflected thoughtfulness and a deep understanding of human nature. The Sheikh introduced another test, asking for assistance with multiple requests at once, blending personal care and household management. Many staff struggled, becoming confused or overwhelmed, yet she handled each task calmly, prioritizing efficiently, and completing everything with attention to detail. She reassured others, offering help without condescension, her actions inspiring confidence rather than fear. The contrast between her response and that of others highlighted the exceptional nature of her hidden strength. As the day continued, subtle tests became slightly more personal. The Sheikh feigned discomfort, asking for support with simple movements or tasks that required sensitivity and attentiveness. She responded with grace, understanding the importance of both physical assistance and emotional reassurance. Her gentle words and careful actions eased tension and provided comfort, demonstrating an innate ability to perceive needs that were not explicitly stated. A moment arose when a delicate object, a porcelain figurine, teetered dangerously on a shelf. Staff nearby hesitated, unsure how to prevent it from falling. She acted immediately, steadying the figurine and securing it safely. Her quick reflexes and careful handling reflected a combination of intelligence, focus, and patience. The Sheikh realized that her ability to act decisively in these unexpected moments was not just skill, but a reflection of character, the courage and presence of mind to take responsibility when others faltered. Throughout these events, she remained humble. There was no pride, no demand for acknowledgement, only a consistent dedication to do what was right and necessary. The Sheikh observed how this quiet strength influenced the atmosphere of the household, inspiring calm and cooperation even among those who initially acted with hesitation or reluctance. Her presence became a stabilizing force, demonstrating that leadership and courage often come from those who act without expectation, guided solely by integrity. By evening, the Sheikh reflected deeply on what he had witnessed. The young maid's daughter had faced each challenge with resilience, intelligence, and compassion. She had managed crises, guided others, and shown unwavering care for those around her, all while remaining unassuming and patient. Her hidden strength was evident not in dramatic displays, but in her consistent, thoughtful actions that touched everyone in the household. He realized that the day's unexpected moments had revealed qualities that could not be taught or faked. Bravery, empathy, and composure emerged naturally from her, showing that true strength is often quiet, subtle, and profoundly human. The young maid's daughter had exceeded every expectation, proving that extraordinary character can reside in those who are often overlooked. As night fell and the mansion grew still, the Sheikh reflected on the lessons learned. The unexpected challenges of the day had revealed a rare combination of qualities: courage, patience, intelligence, and compassion. He understood that such hidden strength, demonstrated quietly yet effectively, was far more valuable than any outward display of wealth or authority. The young maid's daughter had shown him that true excellence lies in consistent, selfless action, and that those who act with integrity and heart leave an indelible mark on the world around them. The morning sun shone through the grand windows of the mansion, casting a warm glow over the polished floors and luxurious furnishings. The Sheikh had spent several days observing his household, testing the loyalty, compassion, and attentiveness of his staff. His active illness had drawn out reactions from everyone, revealing much about their character. Yet, it was the young maid's daughter who had continually stood out. Her actions, her composure, and her gentle care had quietly captured his attention from the beginning. On this particular morning, the Sheikh decided it was time to reveal the truth. He had watched her for days, noting every small act, every thoughtful gesture, and every moment where she had gone beyond expectation. The way she had steadied him when he pretended to stumble, handled emergencies with calm precision, and cared for everyone without hesitation or complaint had proven something extraordinary. He felt a deep admiration for her character and knew that the time had come to acknowledge it. He called her into his private study, a room usually reserved for important meetings and quiet reflection. The young maid's daughter entered with her usual quiet confidence, unaware of the significance of this moment. She greeted him respectfully, her posture straight yet relaxed, her eyes attentive and sincere. There was no sign that she expected praise or recognition, only a readiness to listen and respond. The Sheikh smiled warmly, his expression gentle but filled with meaning. He spoke carefully, recounting the moments he had observed over the past few days. He mentioned how she had anticipated his needs, how she had managed minor crises with skill and calm, and how her quiet composure had set a standard for everyone else in the household. He described each instance with attention to detail, showing that he had noticed not just her actions, but the heart and intention behind them. She listened with a mixture of surprise and humility. She had not expected her efforts to be observed so closely, nor had she imagined that her natural kindness and diligence would be acknowledged. Her eyes reflected genuine curiosity, and a soft smile appeared as she realized the depth of his words. There was no arrogance in her reaction, only a quiet pride that came from doing what was right, without expectation of reward. The Sheikh continued, explaining that he had created the tests not to punish or trick anyone, but to understand who among his staff acted with genuine care and integrity. He revealed that his illness had been a pretense, a way to observe true character in moments that might otherwise go unnoticed. While some staff had faltered, hesitated, or acted out of obligation, she had consistently demonstrated empathy, intelligence, and courage. Her actions were not only helpful but inspiring, showing a rare combination of qualities that could not be taught or faked. As he spoke, the young maid's daughter felt a mixture of emotions: surprise, humility, and a quiet sense of validation. She had never sought recognition, performing her duties with sincerity and dedication because it was the right thing to do. Yet, hearing the Sheikh's acknowledgement brought a new understanding of the impact of her actions. She realized that her consistent care and thoughtful decisions had not gone unnoticed and that they held significance beyond the immediate tasks she had completed. The Sheikh then explained how her example had influenced the rest of the household. Staff who initially hesitated or acted out of disinterest had begun to observe her quietly, learning from her approach. Her humility, patience, and proactive care had created a subtle ripple effect, inspiring others to improve their behavior and approach their duties with more attention and compassion. The Sheikh emphasized that true leadership and influence often arise from quiet, consistent action rather than authority or power. He spoke of the rare qualities she had shown: the ability to remain calm under pressure, to anticipate needs without being told, to act decisively in moments of uncertainty, and to care for others selflessly. These qualities, he said, were invaluable in any context, far more meaningful than mere compliance or obedience. Her hidden strength had been revealed not in dramatic gestures, but in the small, thoughtful, and consistent actions that touched the lives of everyone around her. The young maid's daughter listened intently, absorbing the words with a quiet grace. She felt a sense of fulfillment, not from personal gain, but from the recognition that her natural approach to life, compassion, attentiveness, and integrity, had made a meaningful difference. The Sheikh's acknowledgement confirmed what she had always believed: that doing right, even when unnoticed, holds its own reward. The Sheikh then offered a token of appreciation, a gesture that was meaningful but not ostentatious. He spoke of opportunities for her growth and development within the household, ways to further utilize her talents and intelligence, and ways to expand her influence and responsibilities. It was an offer that respected her humility while acknowledging her exceptional abilities. She accepted with quiet gratitude, aware that the recognition was not just for her benefit, but a reflection of her consistent dedication and character. Throughout the conversation, the Sheikh emphasized the broader lesson: that true strength often lies hidden, revealed only when circumstances test character and integrity. Many people perform daily tasks without hesitation, but only those who act with genuine care, thoughtfulness, and courage shine in the moments that truly matter. The young maid's daughter had demonstrated these qualities repeatedly, revealing a strength that was both rare and inspiring. As the day progressed, the young maid's daughter continued her duties with her usual grace, yet there was a subtle difference. She carried herself with a quiet confidence, a deeper understanding of the impact of her actions. The staff around her responded with respect and attentiveness, influenced by the example she had set. The atmosphere of the mansion shifted slightly, marked by a sense of calm, cooperation, and appreciation for thoughtfulness and care. The Sheikh observed these changes with satisfaction, reflecting on the lessons he had learned from the young maid's daughter. He realized that recognition, while important, was not the sole measure of character. True value lay in consistent, selfless action, in the courage to act rightly even when unnoticed, and in the empathy and care extended to others without expectation. The young maid's daughter embodied these qualities fully, revealing the hidden strength that had quietly guided her for years. By evening, the mansion had returned to its usual rhythm, but the events of the day remained vivid in the Sheikh's mind. The revelation of the young maid's daughter's qualities had transformed his understanding of leadership, loyalty, and character. Her actions had proven that quiet strength, humility, and compassion could inspire, guide, and influence far more profoundly than authority or wealth alone. As night fell and the mansion settled into stillness, the Sheikh reflected on the lessons learned. The young maid's daughter had passed every test, not through force or display, but through thoughtful, compassionate, and intelligent action. Her hidden strength had been revealed in the moments of challenge, in her calm and decisive responses, and in her unwavering commitment to doing what was right. The Sheikh knew that her example would remain a lasting reminder of the value of integrity, empathy, and the extraordinary power of quiet strength. The mansion, bathed in the soft light of dawn, seemed quieter than usual, as if the house itself had sensed a shift. The Sheikh had spent several days observing his staff, testing their character through a pretense of illness. Throughout the trials, one person had consistently stood out, the young maid's daughter. Her actions had been thoughtful, attentive, and compassionate, revealing a hidden strength that went far beyond what anyone had expected. As the day began, the Sheikh reflected on the lessons that had emerged from this subtle experiment. He thought about how easily people could hide behind routines, how many performed duties mechanically, and how few demonstrated genuine care for others. In contrast, the young maid's daughter had shown not only diligence but an innate sense of empathy. Her actions had transformed the atmosphere of the mansion, inspiring some staff and quietly setting a standard for everyone. It was clear that true strength often remained hidden, only revealed when situations demanded it. The young maid's daughter moved through the mansion with her usual grace, attending to her duties with diligence and care. Yet, there was a subtle change in her demeanor. She carried herself with a quiet confidence, a deeper understanding of the value of her actions. She had never sought praise, performing her work out of a sense of responsibility and compassion, but the recognition she had received from the Sheikh affirmed the impact of her consistent, thoughtful efforts. Throughout the morning, small incidents arose that tested the staff and revealed character. A vase teetered dangerously on a shelf, a minor spill occurred in the kitchen, and requests for assistance demanded both attentiveness and care. While some staff faltered, hesitated, or acted mechanically, she responded immediately, handling each situation with calm, efficiency, and thoughtfulness. Her actions were consistent, precise, and guided by empathy rather than obligation. The Sheikh observed all of this, noting how her approach to life influenced those around her. By mid-morning, he decided to allow her to take more responsibility within the household. He entrusted her with organizing small tasks and guiding others in their duties, confident that her leadership would be rooted in empathy and thoughtful action. She accepted these responsibilities with humility, focusing on the needs of others and ensuring that every task was completed with care. Her natural ability to manage people and situations brought a subtle order to the household, demonstrating that leadership was not about authority alone, but about the ability to inspire and guide through example. During the day, the Sheikh observed her interactions with other staff members. She provided guidance gently, correcting mistakes without blame, offering encouragement when needed, and quietly influencing those who had previously been indifferent. Her ability to balance kindness with authority, patience with decisiveness, and attentiveness with efficiency revealed a maturity beyond her years. She managed challenges with composure and intelligence, never losing focus or becoming flustered. A small emergency arose when a kitchen fire flared unexpectedly. While some staff panicked or hesitated, she acted decisively, guiding others to safety and managing the situation with calm precision. Her quick thinking prevented potential harm and demonstrated a combination of courage, intelligence, and presence of mind. The Sheikh observed every detail, realizing that her ability to handle unforeseen challenges was a true testament to her character. Throughout the afternoon, she continued to demonstrate qualities that the Sheikh had come to admire deeply. She anticipated needs before they were voiced, assisted others without being asked, and managed her responsibilities with a quiet dedication that inspired those around her. Her actions showed that true strength is often silent and subtle, revealed not through grand gestures, but through consistent, thoughtful, and compassionate behavior. The Sheikh also reflected on how her example had influenced the household. Staff who had initially been indifferent or hesitant began to adjust their behavior, inspired by her patience, attentiveness, and proactive care. Her hidden strength had created a ripple effect, fostering cooperation, efficiency, and a sense of calm among the staff. It was clear that integrity, empathy, and humility could have a transformative impact, even in an environment driven by wealth and routine. As evening approached, the Sheikh called the young maid's daughter once more into his study. He spoke of the lessons he had learned from observing her. That true leadership comes from consistent, thoughtful action. That courage is revealed in moments of unexpected challenge. And that empathy and integrity create influence far beyond authority or position. He emphasized that her hidden strength, demonstrated through small but meaningful actions, had left a lasting impression not only on him but on the entire household. She listened quietly, absorbing the words with humility and gratitude. She realized that her consistent care, thoughtfulness, and integrity had not gone unnoticed, and that these qualities held value beyond personal satisfaction. The Sheikh's acknowledgement reinforced the lesson she had always believed in, that genuine effort, kindness, and dedication create lasting impact, even when the world does not immediately recognize it. Throughout the mansion, the staff had come to appreciate the example set by the young maid's daughter. Her quiet strength and thoughtful actions had inspired them to be more attentive, compassionate, and responsible. The Sheikh reflected on how rare such qualities were, and how valuable it was to recognize and nurture them. He understood that true character is revealed in small, consistent actions, in the courage to act rightly in the face of challenge, and in the empathy extended to others without expectation of reward. As night fell, the mansion was filled with a calm sense of order and appreciation. The Sheikh sat quietly, reflecting on the lessons of the day. The young maid's daughter had demonstrated the hidden strength that he had been seeking, not through dramatic displays or ambition, but through consistent, thoughtful, and compassionate action. Her example had transformed the household, inspiring others and leaving a lasting impression on everyone around her. The lesson was clear. True strength lies in character, kindness, and the courage to act rightly even when unnoticed. The young maid's daughter had revealed that hidden strength could inspire, lead, and create lasting change. She had shown that integrity, empathy, and dedication are qualities that define true excellence, and that those who act with these values leave a meaningful mark on the world around them. By the end of the day, the Sheikh understood that recognition was not the ultimate measure of value. True worth is demonstrated in actions, in the quiet dedication to doing what is right, and in the ability to face challenges with patience, courage, and empathy. The young maid's daughter had exemplified these qualities in every moment, proving that hidden strength is often the most powerful force of all. Her example would remain a guiding light, a reminder that the most profound impact comes from those who act with heart, integrity, and unwavering care for others.